Day 28 is a massive day. You're over the 10,000 verses mark with 10,253. So we heard about all the terrible kings in Israel yesterday, and today we are heading for a serious catastrophe. Hoshea is the king of Israel when God finally gets tired of the Israelites completely ignoring him, and so he sends the king of Assyria to go to Samaria and kidnap everybody and take them back to his own land. The king of Assyria then sends a load of his people to go and live in Samaria instead and basically take over the whole place. But because they don't know how to worship God, they get attacked by lions. If you were thinking of visiting a church for the first time, don't worry. I mean, that barely ever happens these days. Samaria then becomes known as a place where all kinds of gods are worshipped in all kinds of different ways, and we might have to come back to that on day 74 or 75. Then we come across a great king of Judah called Hezekiah, who gets rid of a lot of the idol worship. But then Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, fancies his chances again, and he threatens to completely destroy Hezekiah and Jerusalem. He basically says to Hezekiah, "Don't you know that no other gods have ever been able to stand against me? I've ruined all of them, and now I'm going to ruin you, you bunch of suckers." Hezekiah wastes no time in getting on his face before God in the temple and saying, "God, everything he's saying is true. We are going to die. What should we do?" So God says to him through the prophet Isaiah, "Just leave it to me, Hezekiah. Sennacherib's not a problem. He's sort of got ideas above his station, to be honest." God sends an angel of death into the Assyrian camp, kills 185,000 troops overnight. Sennacherib goes home, a little bit put out, and then both of his sons kill him. You know what they say? Pride comes before annihilation and assassination. But then after everything Hezekiah put right, Manasseh and Ammon are rubbish kings again, and they burn their sons and practice divination and worship other gods in the temple. Then Josiah puts it all right again in a massive way. He's brilliant. He does amazing. Only to have Jehoahaz and Jehoiakim mess it up again. Zedekiah is the king when God allows the Babylonians to ransack Jerusalem, burn down the temple, steal everything, kill Zedekiah's sons in front of him, put his eyes out, and carry everybody off to exile. This is one of the lowest points in biblical history, but definitely not the lowest. Tune in tomorrow for the beginning of a massive deja vu.